Kamala Harris has a full-on glitch on stage while protesters again disrupt her rally and she loses control. This is a total collapse here, and you're watching the Democratic Party eat itself, this time closer to the election than ever. We're going to be going through what was going on in the audience, but of course, we're also going to be going through her whole glitching moment that's actually a lot of people are saying is worse than Joe Biden. So make sure to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, and let me know where you guys are watching from as always. And we're going to be going through a highlight from the new interview that she just did. A lot of people are just looking at these softball questions. Donald Trump is calling her out at his rally. He's also having a whole lot of interviews. Made a huge announcement today about IVF, tricking Democrats, basically playing 4D chess while they're having full-on meltdowns. Let's actually take a look at this real quick before we take a listen to the glitch on stage. This is what was going on at the rally. This is the left eating the left. As you can see, people are trying to shut down this lady from protesting. As you can see there, the lady, she's just losing her mind. Like, she's just losing her mind. They're trying to block her off. She's getting exited out. And what a disaster this is, right? Like, this is every single rally. There's always a big time protester starts to scream out and yell. And it looks like Kamala doesn't really know how to handle any of this. So let's actually go here to the video so that way we can take a look at this. The glitch on stage. Let me actually search it up here. Glitch is trending #1, by the way. Let's take a look here.
He even called for termination of the United States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution.
So a lot of people are saying that this glitch wasn't a mistake, that they actually do want to terminate the Supreme Court. But I want you to listen to this one more time here.
He even called for termination of the United States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution. He even called for termination of the...
Okay, does it get any worse than this? Does it get any worse than this glitch? I'm going to play it one more time. I know it's a little annoying, but I just want you to listen to what the was that? That was insane.
He even called for termination of the United...
The crowd is confused. This lady's confused. This guy's confused. They're all confused. What the are you talking about?
States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution.
What? What was that? Take a listen here.
And across our nation, in addition to that, we are witnessing a full-on assault on other hard-fought, hard-won fundamental freedoms and rights.
So yeah, apparently the crowd has to cheer, and a lot of people are saying that this was not just a fraudulent slip. This is exactly how Democrats feel about the Supreme Court. And that's not the only thing to come out of this. There's a lot of things to come out of this. Have you guys seen the interview clip? If you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. We got some things to go through here. So we got glitches on stage. She's glitching up on stage. The crowd is legitimately turning on her for her positioning on the Israel-Hamas war. And there's a new interview coming out. I don't know if you guys saw this. Take a listen.
How should voters look at some of the changes that you've made, that you've explained some of here in your policy? Is it because you have more experience now and you've learned more about the information? Is it because you were running for president in a Democratic primary? And should they feel comfortable and confident that what you're saying now is going to be your policy moving forward?
Dana, I think the most important and most.
By the way, like, this is an interview that, like, what is going on? Why can't you do an interview by yourself? You're supposed to be the president of the United States of America. This woman right here gives a hard time to every, and I mean every Republican that comes on the show, and she's just talking to her with love, like an admiration, like, oh, you're a Democrat, I gotta treat you nice. Like, and then she's here with freaking tampon Tim, like, getting assistance. Like, this is and by the way, let me actually tell you guys this. So apparently, Jason Miller reports hearing that CNN will not be releasing the full transcript of all 18 minutes total of the interview with Kamala Harris and the human blocking dummy. Okay, that's good. Coach Walls. What is being cut out? It's a good question here. Trump Representative Jason Miller says that they're not. They're cutting. Donald Trump Jr. says, wait, the first interview with Kamala Harris and Walls is only 18 minutes long. Only 18 minutes. And they're not even releasing the whole thing. What the F? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, just for you Democrats down in the comments, like, you really gonna take this? Like, you're really not gonna pressure this? Like, you're really not gonna, like, say anything? Cool. So here's a clip.
President in a Democratic primary, and should they feel comfortable and confident that what you're saying now is going to be your policy moving forward?
Dana, I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed. You mentioned the Green New Deal. I have always believed, and I have worked on it, that the climate crisis is real, that it is an urgent matter to which we should apply metrics that include holding ourselves to deadlines around time. We did that with the Inflation Reduction Act. We have set goals for the United States of America and by extension the globe around when we should meet certain standards for reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. As an example, that value has not changed. My value around what we need to do to secure our border, that value has not changed. I spent—
What? Yo, she's not getting any pushback here. It's unreal. It's unreal. Like, well, can't, like I said, like, Trump is right again on this. He just is. There's no pushback here on the border. Like, really, the border? Like, have you seen what's happening in Denver, Colorado, with the migrant gang, Tren de Aragua, taking over a complex facility, a whole bunch of apartments with guns? And there's no pushback here. There's not even a mention of any of that stuff here.
2 terms as the Attorney General of California, prosecuting transnational criminal organizations, violations of American laws regarding the illegal passage of guns, drugs, and human beings across our border. My values have not changed.
So that's the clip. The full interview will be coming out. By the time you guys see this, the full interview probably would have been out. But guess what? You didn't really miss anything because it's literally only 18 minutes long. So you're not really missing much. Bizarre stuff happening. Here we have Peter Doocy dropping some bombshells. Take a listen.
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us now.
Hey, watch it. Good morning. And we're seeing now what happens when a candidate, in this case Kamala Harris, is not surrounded by a team of longtime loyalists. And that is leaks start to come out. This is something we almost never saw from candidate Biden or President Biden. But now there's an Axios item with the title, Inside the Tension in the Harris Frankenstein Team. And the problem appears to be that Obama-era operatives have been jammed into an office in Wilmington full of Biden people, and nobody knows who is really doing what. The story says, quote, the entanglement of these different entities has led to many people feeling a real lack of role clarity. And the source is one person involved in the campaign. One of the first Harris hires was Eric Holder, the Obama-era attorney general, who wound up vetting running mates. And his good buddy Mark Elias, the lawyer who got squeezed out of Wilmington by the Biden team last year, is back to help the team get ready for legal challenges in November. But until January, Joe Biden is still the president. And we just heard a few minutes ago, he's got some big trips still coming up, including Peru and Brazil.
It is likely that both President Biden and President Xi will be at APEC and the G20 later this year. I don't have any announcements to make on either President Biden's travel or a potential meeting, but the likelihood is they'll both be there. And if they are, it would only be natural for them to have the chance to sit down with one another.
We saw President Biden on the beach in Delaware for hours yesterday. There is very, very little going on here, and a very well-placed source who works inside told me that the general feeling among staff right now is one of senioritis. Back to you.
Senioritis, that's good. So, Peter, the story from Axios about Frankenstein, the Frankenstein team, because part of it is the Harris people, part of it is the Wilmington Joe campaign, part of it's the.
Wait, so there's beef going on, guys. This is like not even the WWE, not even Vince McMahon can write a crazier storyline for the United States of America. Forget what you think is happening with Trump just for a second, because there's a lot of things happening on that side, right? But on the left side of the aisle, like Team Harris and Team Biden legitimately don't like each other. She's even campaigning against his own accomplishments that a lot of people remember when he was running and Democrats kept trying to convince us that everything was okay, that everything was fine. The border was good. Taxes was nothing to worry about. Crime is down. Everything, like, remember that they used to try to gaslight us, like, oh, like he accomplished so many great things. If you listen to like a David Pakman or a Brian Tyler Cohen, all these big time left-wing voices, you would think that everything was okay. Now everything's kind of switched. Now you have the Harris administration that wants to come in legitimately campaigning on how bad Joe Biden is and was. Like, crazy.
White House people, and then you got the Obama people coming in. They don't know who's in charge. But just the fact that apparently Axios spoke to 6 people on the inside, this is new, because this means they are leaking, which the Biden team never did.
No, and President Biden was surrounded by people who have been with him for decades and decades. Vice President Harris doesn't have that except for her husband and her sister and her brother-in-law. As far as we know, she doesn't have a small, tight-knit circle of political advisors who have been with her the whole time, from Horizon, California to Washington to now the executive office building. And it was very frustrating in 2019 and 2020 trying to get anything out of these Biden people, because he treats a lot of his close staff like they are family.
Right.
He had 2 staffers living with him during COVID. It was just him and Jill and 2 staffers. And so you're never going to get anything out of those people. And if you go back and look, no leaks like this about the Biden campaign until the bitter end.
Only a laptop, but it's not real. So too bad.
Hey, Peter, real quick. So Joe was on the beach for hours. How many times did he apply sunscreen? Do we know? You got a poll report, right?
Yo, they literally sent Joe Biden to the beach. Like, Joe Biden's at the beach, probably still staring at the water. How many? Come on, guys. I'll make a bet right now. Joe Biden is at the beach, staring at the water and looking at absolutely nothing. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is what's going on with the country. We literally are less than 68 days to the election. And you got Joe Biden staring at the water, a whole bunch of things leaking out. You got 18-minute interviews. And Trump is doing a town hall with Tulsi Gabbard, like in an hour. Like, Trump is legitimately doing town halls. Trump is doing, this is crazy.
I don't know about the sunscreen, but we'll figure out if he's using the spray or if he's just putting it directly on, and we'll have that for you later.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here.
My bad, guys. I muted myself here. As soon as I said Joe Biden was on at the beach, they put this up on the screen here. So that's crazy. But there he is, staring at the water. Here is a glitch. Is this another glitch? What is this? Is this the moment that the crowd started going crazy?
And across our nation, in addition to that, we are witnessing.
Yeah, so that's the moment that the girl started screaming. And once again, like I'm so confused by the left because, like I said, I don't even know who's left anymore. Like, what is happening here? Like, you just got people screaming at the rally, every rally.
And across our nation, in addition to that, we are witnessing a full-on assault on other hard-fought, hard-won fundamental freedoms and rights.
What's crazy about this is you got black people, the black liberals, are trying to shut down this white girl, right? They're trying to shut down the white liberal who, yeah, white liberals have been exposing themselves a lot lately. Because you got a lot of black. So, like, there's a big thing happening with like white progressives and black progressives or black liberals, where black liberals are like, we're going to vote for Kamala because she's black. And then white liberals are like, oh, you're going to vote for her because she's a token. And they're like, they're having their own race war, by the way. But it has nothing to do with the right. I told you guys this is getting crazy. You really got to look at this. Is a total collapse. This thing is collapsing hard. You even have actors humiliating themselves on camera. Ben Stiller, have you guys seen this Ben Stiller clip?
Quick question: why you came? What you like about Harris' platform?
Just very excited about moving forward and all the energy and excitement that's around this movement right now. So that's why I'm here, because it's time for change, and it seems like it's happening.
You think she'll be able to sustain the momentum post convention?
For sure.
You think the race is going to be close?
It's going to be close, but everybody's motivated to work and make it happen. So, and she and Tim Walz are just incredible candidates. All right.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay, man. See you.
Just a quick question: why?
That's all he has to say. By the way, you know why all these actors are like, they're trying their best. Like, all these actors are like coming out and supporting Kamala Harris. Like, we know why you're supporting Kamala Harris. We know why you guys want to protect Hollywood so much. We know why you're so quick to go and support these Democrats. You know why. Like, you just know. There's really no hiding this. I do want to kind of get into this Trump stuff. The Trump really is tricking the media into really committing treason against their favorite their favorite candidate. Take a listen to this.
She's incompetent. She can't do an interview. It's been months. She can't. I just did an interview backstage. She was a very terrible person, but she was okay, actually. NBC fake news. It was NBC fake news. She asked me about all sorts of things. She asked me about abortion, and I handled it very nicely, because you know what? That's so overplayed. We have abortion. We have the whole thing brought back into the states where it belongs. That's where everybody wanted it for years and years and years. And they're voting on it. And I happen to believe in the exceptions Ronald Reagan did for life of the mother, rape, incest. The exceptions, probably 90% of the people do. But I was just telling this reporter, the real problem and the real radicals on that issue are the Democrats, where you can have an abortion in the 9th month. And in 6 states, you're allowed to kill the baby after the baby is born. And one of those states is Minnesota, where this tampon Tim comes from.
Tampon Tim. It's so good. We're going to be talking about this Trump IVF stuff, because once again, he just threw the media a huge curveball. Remember how Kamala Harris was glitching on stage and telling people that you cannot choose Donald Trump because he's going to eliminate IVF. He's going to do this federal abortion ban thing that they keep saying he's going to do. So I definitely want to talk about that. We also got to be out on the lookout for this town hall that he's doing with Tulsi Gabbard. I might do a live stream on that. There's a lot of things going on today, but mostly everybody is focused on Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris on stage, tweaking out. White liberals, white progressives, not really on her side. They're just like, you know what? We're not supporting you because you're black. We're just not going to support you at all because you. Oh, they made this crowd look even bigger than what it was. So, yeah. So you have people getting kicked out. Look at this. So once again, like, you got the black liberals getting mad at the white progressives because they're interrupting Kamala Harris. It's too good. It's amazing. And the only reason I'm talking about this identity politics, because identity politics, in my opinion, and this is not even an opinion, this is just true, it runs the left. Like identity politics runs the left. So now you got white progressives getting out of line. You can't get out of line. We got a black woman on stage. You out here yelling, talking about you're a murderer and all this crazy stuff because they want a ceasefire, you know, all that. So it's getting too good. White progressives stepping out of line. and so that's what you got going on here. Look at this. Look. See, look, the white progressives, you know, they getting kicked out because there's a whole bunch of black people here. They ain't playing around. See, we don't care about what you got going on. Get out the rally. You're being disrespectful now. I'm telling you, not even Vince McMahon could draw up this timeline. Like, not even Vince McMahon. Look at this. They're all like in her face, get out. I mean, this is like, you can't draw nothing up better than this. Not even a comedian. Look at this. They're blocking her. Well, I don't know if it's a she. I really don't know. It looks like a guy. But that's how crazy things are getting at the Kamala Harris rallies now, where you just have an implosion of like a whole bunch of white liberals and white progressives going at it with the black voters that are strictly voting on race or voting because it's Kamala Harris. Hey, man. Hey, man. So I raised the bar, says Trump would have done the same. Well, we're not talking about Trump. We're talking about Democrats, and we're talking about, you know, we're talking about Kamala Harris. So if you want to make it about Trump, you do that on your own time on TikTok. The hot strings already got you. I don't need to do much, buddy. They already roasted you. But this is what joy looks like. This is what amazing things look like. And usually when somebody starts to yell at a Trump rally, they just get kicked out. I think I've seen people get kicked out. Yeah, they get kicked out of every rally. But this is too good, though. This is good because it's not other black people getting kicked out. It's the white progressives getting kicked out. All right, guys, smash the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know some people sent donations, so I appreciate your donations. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash it. We'll be back. I told you guys there's a lot going on here tonight, so please turn that bell notification on because I will be going live in a bit after this. So, yeah, total glitches, total meltdowns happening right now. Trump is playing massive chess, it looks like, with the media, with the IVF stuff. I really was surprised. He's doing nonstop interviews, and I think that this interview is really going to suck this campaign down. Pause. But it's going to sink this campaign. That's what I should have said. It's going to sink Kamala's campaign down to the ground, and I promise you this interview is not going to be good news for Kamala, only because she didn't sit down by herself. The interview is only 18 minutes, and there's parts that they cut out. So see you guys on the next one, man.